This is BSG7 for the Retrosluts in the end of what really introduced me to this, to make me enjoy doing this and collecting for this. This is saying goodbye to the end of the Retrosluts. But from now on I will be going out as the Retroslut singular. Now this is going to be a little pickup video with stuff that I've got over the last few months, because I have not been posting videos like I want to. For those who know me, they know why. Those who don't know me, don't know my circumstances, me don't care. Anyway, on to the pickups. We're going to start off with game related pickups, oddities, I think I'll call them. Right, first off we have a Grandstand Game Wizard. The way this works, it's an LCD screen with a certain amount of characters in. You take one of the three cards which are held in this bit. There we go. What are held in this bit, it slides into the actual game wizard itself, and you play the games from there. Now it has two sets of controllers, so it can be played by two players at a time. And as far as I can tell, it predates the Wonders one, because this seems to come from 1988. I paid pennies for it. It is quite enjoyable to play. The next one, on the same vein, we have this little bugger. It's a 500-in-1. It's your typical LCD game. Has a mix of like Breakout, Space Invaders, Tetris, that kind of thing. But it's surprisingly addictive. You get the same kind of feel you got the first time you ever played Tetris on an original fat Game Boy. It is just it's a nice little thing. The next one I got, now I made a mess up with this one. This is a VR 3D Snowball Blitz unit. This is the full headset. It's from when the VR, the virtual reality craziness was going on. This is the head unit itself, and I could not figure out how to control it. This part does work. I just not couldn't figure how to control my character on the screen, and then I found out there's another bit to this, which is it's like a balance board, sort of like the Wii type of thing, which sends a signal to this, and that's how the controls are done. I'm gonna try hunting one down, but I am not in the slightest bit confident that I will find one. And the last one on that section, this is something when I was a kid, I'm talking junior school, when I was maybe 11, 12-year-old, there was a range of games machines released. I never owned one of them. I owned like the tabletops, like Astro Wars, Caveman, Scramble, that kind of thing, but I never ever had one of the Tomitronic 3D games. This one is 3D Shark Attack. It's complete other than the lanyard, the strap which goes round. It works perfectly, and it is shit hard to play. I've got to level 3 and can get no further. Right, now on to gaming pickups. I'll start with the units first. First one was a Crystal Game Boy Pocket. As usual, no back cover to it, but the guy who I bought it from, now I paid 50 pence for this, he named the price, and the guy who I bought it from went, "Oh, hang on a minute pal, there's another bit here," which was Pokemon Sapphire version for the Game Boy Advance. I didn't say anything, I didn't complain, it was a nice little freebie. the same day I picked up, this is a unit which I'm quite devastated about, I picked up a Commodore 16. This was complete with the 1530 cassette deck, a couple of games and a joystick, because it uses a proprietary joystick interface. I paid what I consider pennies. I paid £6 for the lot. When I got it back, I plugged it in to give it a try, and all I got was trying to tune it in, should I say, was a black screen. Now, from reading up, it's one of two things. It's either one of the chips is fried, or the chips need lifting and like cleaning and replacing. I give it a try once and it didn't work. When I get a little bit of time to myself, I'm going to give it a good go, because it's a system I would actually really like to try. And for the price I paid, it's in beautiful condition. It's not mad. You can tell it's not been in a smoker's house or anything like that. Fingers crossed I will get it to work. Now, the second and last system which I picked, well, I didn't actually picked up, sorry. I traded this one in, and that is a boxed ZX81. Immaculate condition. It's got the original polys, the outer box, both ends are missing, and the manual is missing. If I remember correctly, it actually came with like a programming basic manual. That's missing as well, so I will be looking out for them, and a 16K wobbly RAM pack, just so I can blow everything up. That was a trade from the Mighty Martin on the Retro Gamer forums. Big thank you for that. And I'm also going to pimp out his channel a little bit, because he's having thoughts of starting doing like pickups and game reviews and stuff. So I'm going to try and egg him on a bit. Right, now another oddity, I picked up this, which is Pinnacle Studio DC10 Plus. It comes with capture card, software, leads, all the bollocks. It's for analog capture only, and now I'm fully digital. The original reason I bought it in was so I could like, give it to somebody on the Retro Gamer Random Niceness thread, or to Mohican Kid, who he's doing a lot of charity work, so I was going to hand it to him. And then I realised that I can actually put an outside source, like one of the consoles I've struggled to record from, into that, and it would record direct. So unfortunately I am keeping that for myself. Next bit we have Philips CDI digital video cartridge. This thing weighs a fucking ton. This came from my good friend Bobby in Leeds. He knew I needed one because I bought Mad Dog McCree for the CDI, complete with the LCD, complete with the gun, etc. I've not tried it yet because I wanted to try and get this video out of the way first. Like I say, to me it's like this is a return video. Next, what was in the same package as that from Bobby is what I consider to be the best basketball game ever released, and that is 1-on-1 for the Atari 7800. It's an absolute fantastic game. I've played it on every system, and there's just something about it. I'm trying to think. It's Dr. J, and I cannot remember who else is on card. Fantastic game, just fantastic. Oops, a couple more of known sort of non-related items. First off is a 12-inch Dalek Sec. His eye stalk is missing and so are his dome lights. It's a remote control one and it works perfectly, other than the dome lights which would flash up and the eye stalk which would emit like a blue light. I'm currently trying to work on them using a little bit of polymorph. It's great because my dog's terrified of it, she runs away. I've chased Kizzy round this room so many times with this, and then I sit and laugh and she looks at me and says, "You bastard." Next one on the same kind of theme is a TARDIS. Now this is actually a money bank, but it's got the added feature of sound effects. That's the dematerialization sound, and next you have Christopher Eccles cake. Who is actually my favourite Doctor. I like Matt Smith. Tennant pissed me off because I got sick of him saying, "Sorry, I'm so sorry." I think Eccles cake should have stayed on a bit longer. He's not really a big mainstream actor at the moment, so if he'd have stayed on, it would have been a lot better. He had this little dark edge when it came to playing the Doctor. Get down, kids. It's a good girl. It really is a fucking shame that the actors seem to feel that once they've done a year or 2 years, they should back out. Bunch of twats. Get down. I'm just getting attacked by my silly little girl doggy, and she won't leave me alone. Anyway, on to the next ones. Now, these are... do these first. 2 N64 games. WCW versus NWO Revenge. That came from the Mighty Martin again, on the same trade as the Spectrum. When I bought, I hesitated because I couldn't get away with a SNES version of this, but then I thought, balls to it. That is Pilot Wing 64. Untried so far because I am in the middle of trying to set things back up. A couple of Luke's Mega Drive games, sorry, and that is James Pond 2, codename Robocod, and this one, which I've been told is a little bit of a collectible, no matter what the state, as long as it's working, and that is Sonic and Knuckles. What I've been told is that you can slot in Sonic 1 or Sonic 2 in this little slot there, and you can play the levels of this with the LA characters. I don't know, I've not tried it yet. It all sounds too complicated for me. Right, next we'll get on with some nice and easy ones. I saw this, I offered 50 pence, it was like all I saw was the box. I offered 50 pence. It's a Barbarian 2 for the Commodore 64 on disc format. When I got back and opened it up, now the box is rather shabby. It's got a little bit of a musty smell, as if it's been left in a garage or somewhere. But when I got it back and checked it, the 5 1/4 inch discs are all in perfect condition, with the added bonus, because in the box I actually got Barbarian 2, as I was supposed to, Barbarian 1, which I wasn't supposed to, Road Blasters, and Turbo Outrun, which is another one towards the Outrun collection I'm trying to build. The discs are in a very good condition. The box seemed to have kept out a lot of what was going on. Like I said, 50 pence. Then I walked away giggling like a girl. Again, with a series I'm collecting, we have Tony Hawk's 4, Tony Hawk's 3, and another series I collect for, Tomb Raider 3. Now the next one I picked up, I saw it was F1 World Championship 98, but it was in a Resident Evil box. Now the front's missing, so I picked it up and I don't even think I paid for it. I think she threw it in. When I got back and looked, it actually has Resident Evil, the original version in. So that I was very happy about. I'm going to print the front cover off just to make it sweet. Next one we have Porsche Challenge. Not the best car game in the world, but at least it's playable. And lastly, for PlayStation 1, we have Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. Fantastic on-the-rails shooter. I was never really a fan of the FMV games, other than Mad Dog McCree. But this actually blew me away the first time I played it. It really did feel like an extension to the Star Wars universe. I think I paid £1 for that. I'm not quite sure. Next bit, we have this. Now this, I do remember how much I paid for this. I picked this up for 50 pence. It's PS3 Essential Peripherals pack from Geotech. It included a Bluetooth headset, some of what they call real triggers, which sit on the triggers, the button trigger L1 and L2, or PS3, not L1, sorry, and R1. And they extend them slightly and curve it around, but I found they made games so hard to play. There was a HDMI cable and also a 4-port USB hub. For 50 pence, I was like, I said to her that, did she know what was in it? She said, I don't care, not bothered. So I got it for 50 pence, square and fair. She was not bothered. I was not bothered either. The next ones, start here first. Got Desert Strike on Sega Mega Drive. Been looking for that one for quite a while. I do have Urban Strike and Jungle Strike, and I also have Soviet Strike on the Saturn. This was, I think this was maybe the first game I actually played on the Mega Drive, Jungle Strike, and I love it so much. Next one is Golden Axe 2, again for the Mega Drive. I had multiple copies of this, but I gave them away on the Retro Gamer Forum and left myself with none. Now I've got one. It's about time to start making a list. Next one, we've got Sega Master System games. First one, Gauntlet. I lost many a pound playing this game in the arcade when it first came out. The biggest joy was shooting the food as you were playing co-op with like 3 other people, and one of them went to get it. And all of a sudden it beamed out, player 1 has shot the food. That was the funniest thing. Or shooting the ghosts behind the ghost generators so the others come and get the player in front. Lovely. Next one, never played this. Saw it quite pricey in some places. Can't, until I played it, I can't tell why, and that is Bonanza Brothers. These are all complete in box, by the way, as were all PlayStation 1s. Next one, we've got Lara Croft Tomb Raider The Action Adventure, which is a DVD play-along game along the lines of Dragon's Lair and Space Ace. Again, this came from Bobby in Leeds. We have Tomb Raider The Angel of Darkness. Now, when this first came out, everybody was... There was a bit of a brouhaha when it first came out, with people trying to buy it. Then it was the furor of people taking it back because it was absolute horseshit. It's the one Tomb Raider game I've never ever finished because it's that glitchy. I never got to the place where I could finish it. On the same line, PlayStation 2, we have Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. This came from Game Station, who at the moment are doing a 5 for £10 deal or £2.99 each. And the manager of the shop came out and he said to me that they actually did have in quite like they sold about 3 or 4 of like Final Fantasy VII Black Label, Metal Gear Solid Black Label, but they flew out the shop obviously. I got there a week or so late, but Metal Gear Solid 3, that brings me up to everything I need to get other than the MSX versions. Oh sorry, MSX and NES versions. I will get them, I will. Last one for PS2 is SmackDown vs Raw 2008. Typical generic wrestling game. This was about the last of the decent wrestling games. And it still was not a patch on NWO vs WCW Revenge on the N64. That's it from me, Base G7. Next time I post a video there will be a new intro and a channel rename. Instead of the Retrosluts, it's just going to be Retroslut. I'm hoping to do them quite soon and get some gameplay up. So I'm out of here, catch you later YouTube.
I returned Coke bottles for the 5-cent deposit.
Well, this was another item which I've just recently got in, traded in. Now, this is a 32-inch CRT TV with a big giant glue-sniffing dog in front of it. But it is, as you can see, it's full HD. It does have HDMI slot. The picture quality is fantastic on it, and the reason I decided I wanted it when I was offered it was I was thinking, with it having like a normal CRT glass, I'm assuming it will be okay for the shooting games, things like Virtua Cop on the Saturn, and well, Mad Dog McCree on the CDI. I've yet to try it yet because, as you can see, things are in a bit of a state of undress at the moment. There's stuff all over the place. I will get it sorted soon.